Honestly, this movie was a ho ho ho, I've got a machine gun away from just being Die Hard, and that's not so bad. Hello, Flickering Myth family, and welcome to our channel. My name is EJ, and we have a new movie review. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Christmas action movie with so much gore. We are talking about Violent Night. Violent Night is a new action film from director Tommy Wirkola. You may know him from his work on the Dead Snow movies, which sees evil Nazi zombies versus random people in a very snowy setting. I love those movies. They were very gory, very fun, very entertaining, but had a surprising amount of heart and like a flesh to it, some plot there, which again, Nazi zombies in the snow, you kind of expect nothing. So I was interested in Violent Night. I said, okay, what is this director going to do with this plot? And he brought everything he had in Dead Snow over to this movie. It is so gory, so shocking, so politically incorrect, so just in your face with its craziness, but there's also a sweetness to it. There's an actual story they're trying to tell. It gets a bit boring in the second act when they're just trying to pad out the runtime. I definitely would have chopped off 20 minutes, 25 minutes even. There's a lot of the walking around the house, let's watch David Harbour be like a grumpy old Santa. There's a little bit of those moments that are there definitely to make David Harbour the official star of this film, but I thought it kind of detracted from what was really working from this story. The moments where it was the little Trudy character and David Harbour just talking about being Santa through the walkie-talkies, those moments were great. Then this movie has two incredible action scenes almost back to back, one in a shed and one in an attic, which is very inspired by Home Alone. Yeah, these moments really come together to make the film an enjoyable experience. I love watching rich, snobby people get into it, get into their family dramas, but then you add in a disgruntled Santa who just stumbles upon one of the worst nights he's ever going to have. It's really, really great. It's fun. It's different. It's a plot that I did not expect to work as much as it did.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Your typical mall Santa.
Santa? We're cheering at the end of this movie. This proves through all the awards contenders and blockbusters that they're trying to do, sometimes it just takes a gross out action movie about Santa to really work everyone over. The Lightstone family is getting together for Christmas Eve. It is run by the matriarch Gertrude Lightstone, who's played by Beverly D'Angelo, delivering the most cankerous, the most evil white woman I've seen in years, and I was instantly in love with her. She's the most cold, stern mother that I honestly wish I had, because my mom's really warm and nice, but this woman was great and evil. I loved her. But anyways, she has a family. Most of her kids are sucking up to her, while the others, they're just trying to just make it through, and all of the family drama is all there. And, mercenaries come, because of course mercenaries come. There is basically a lot of money hidden in this house somewhere, and the mercenaries want it, which is led by John Leguizamo, who is kind of my least favorite character in this. Between the Christmas puns he was making and just the overall performance, Leguizamo was my least favorite here. But yeah, overall, all of this is happening, and Santa is just trying to do his own thing. We have a great opening where we sing Santa get a little bit of drunk, and just, trying to process what the hell he's going to do for this evening, and he does not expect to stumble upon a group of mercenaries trying to attack a family on Christmas Eve. And I think he probably would have ignored it, but there was a young girl named there, Trudy, and she just wanted to get some help, and he really falls for this character, and he really wants to help her out. The bond is really good. We learn a bit of a Santa backstory. We learn a little bit of why Trudy's feeling the way she does, and she wants her family to get together, and the Christmas miracles. It's cute. Those moments are really, really wholesome and sweet. And then all of a sudden, you're seeing David Harbour swing around a sledgehammer and just do some of the grossest things I have seen to other human bodies. It is wild, the tone of this movie. It's a bit all over the place, but at the same time, I enjoy that. I like that this movie is really putting a bunch of different elements together to try to bring together a new film. I've seen so many different Christmas movies, Christmas action movies, Christmas horror films, just normal Christmas movies, but I feel like Violent Night actually does stand out as fairly original. There's a lot of Die Hard 2 specifically in this movie. You're going to see a group of people who you think are helping, and then you're going to be like, Die Hard 2 has taught me otherwise. Yeah, this movie is definitely very, very inspired by Die Hard. There's obvious Home Alone stuff, which they do call it out. It's one of those movies where I'm like, you guys calling out you ripping off another movie, I guess that counts. But yeah, all of those elements really do work. I like Home Alone. I like Die Hard. Put them together with David Harbour as Santa Claus, and I'm in for it. And this movie just delivers on all of that. Crafting a new cult classic is difficult to do. So many people are trying to make cult classics nowadays, like trying to make these weird, obscure movies that are just definitely going to be so strange and crazy, and 5 people are gonna love it, and then maybe 35,000 people are gonna love it in 5 years. Yeah, we see that happen so often now. We're manufacturing camp, we're manufacturing these cult classics, but I think Violent Night is an organic cult classic, kind of like what Dead Snow was for me, where it's these like little smaller movies that are gonna just kind of grow over time. I like that this is trying to just be its own thing, but standing out uniquely, being a cult classic without being one, like trying so hard. This movie just wants to present its crazy action scenes, its gory craziness, and all of its really weird, sassy, comedic dialogue. I laughed out loud multiple times, which is what you need for a cult classic. You need to be able to have jokes that stick out to you. You need to have segments that you will want to like quote with your friends or things like that. I can see large groups of people getting together, getting drunk while watching this movie, quoting it. Like, it has that vibe, and I think that's really nice for a movie. I'm seeing so many movies this December that I feel like are just going to fly away after the awards season or just be Avatar. So when there's something like this that feels like it's going to find its audience, find its little niche, I really appreciate that. I love that this movie wants to do so much, but it's also staying true to itself. It doesn't feel like a studio mandated like Christmas movie. It doesn't feel like a director just being a vanity project. It just felt like a bunch of people wanted to get together and make a obscure, weird Christmas movie, and they did that, which is what all we could ask for. Between David Harbour's badass Santa and a great heartwarming story that I did not expect from a movie called Violent Night, I had a blast with this movie, and I highly recommend it during this Christmas season. There is not going to be too much like must-see content in the theaters, again, other than the big explosive blockbusters or the awards contenders that no one's really paying attention to. I think Violent Night will actually do well. I think there's a place for this movie, and I hope you all enjoy it. I really liked it, and I did not expect to. So kind of go in with medium expectations, and just hopefully they over-deliver for you, because it did for me. What did you guys think of this review? What do you think of Violent Night? Have you had the chance to see it yet? Like, what did you think? What are your feelings? Share all your feelings down in the comments below. Subscribe to Flickering Myth, because we make videos like this every single week, and give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy. All right, everyone, let's talk about Violent Night, David Harbour, and cult classic Christmas movies down below.